Howdy do YouTubers out there and how y'all doing? Hope all is well with everyone and happy new year to each and every one of you. Continual blessings and favor and shalom over you and your entire family. Yes, and amen, amen, amen. Today, I'm going to do something. I've never seen a recipe for this, so I'm kind of coming off the cuff with this. It's something that a lot of you may already be familiar with, but I'm going to do what I would call hash cakes. Like instead of pancakes or whatever. Oh, yeah, I said, I'm going to try something. And so this is actually not corned beef hash, it's roast beef hash. It's amazing. I was in the store and I was looking for corned beef hash and they had roast beef hash. I'm like, okay, have they switched up on us? Or, I'm sure there's corned beef hash out there somewhere, but I'm like, this is roast beef hash that came out of a 14-ounce can. Okay, so I'm going to begin to add the ingredients and we're going to move on along. How y'all doing? Okay, so I've started off with it was a relatively small onion. So this is about almost half of a small onion chopped up here. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with my dry seasonings, add a little garlic powder. Again, I don't do the measurements on this here, so you gotta kind of eyeball it or you measure if you want, but y'all know most of the time I don't. How y'all doing? A little onion powder. Even though there's fresh onion in there, I still keep it rich with that onion flavor. Little parsley flakes. Love my parsley. Love that, love that, love that. Okay, to this, I'm going to add some ginger. Oh, yes, honey. Zing it up, zing it up. Okay, I'm going to have to open up my new ginger because that didn't have but a little tiny amount, not even enough to taste in there. Black pepper. And I'm going to add a pinch, very small pinch or two of Himalayan pink salt. I just started using this. I love this stuff. It doesn't have the iodine nutrient as the regular white table salt, but oh my goodness, I love the flavor of Himalayan pink salt. It just doesn't salt, but it adds it's like a flavoring type of salt, and it's just absolutely wonderful. And I've got the extra fine Himalayan pink salt where I just add like a little pinch. That's all you need, a little finger pinch of it, maybe two, depending on what you're fixing. But hash usually has that content there already of the salt content. I just need to add a little more ginger. Okay, let's get the ginger going. Come on, ginger. I love flavor. Okay, that's good. I use a lot of seasonings because I just love flavor. I love the different flavors. I like trying new flavors. You know what I'm saying? Experimenting with different flavors, going out of the box, sometimes all too often. I can speak for myself, for so many years, I just stayed in this little box and I only use certain seasonings and, this and that. But, I've been like branching out lately. It's nothing wrong with that. Hey, live outside the box. You explore more and you'll discover more even about your own self. How y'all doing? Okay, so I've cracked 2 eggs in. That is the binder that will hold it together and make the patties. It's more going to be like patties. Like the what is that? The salmon patties. Yeah, it's going to be more on the lines of that. What I say at first, I said the hash cakes. They more going to be like hash patties. How y'all doing? Okay, so then guess I'll go ahead and add this too. Put a little flour, sprinkle a little flour. This is going to help bind it together and help me form the cakes. Also too, I grated in a few small cloves of garlic. Oh, I gotta have that. A lot of times when you're coming off the cuff, it can be bloopers involved. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to stir this in all together with a fork. So I want to really get those in, all those different textures of ingredients well blended in. Okay, so here's the finished product there. I got 2, 4, 6, 7 patties. They're round shaped patties, and they're quite sticky. But I already have my oil heating up over here, and I'm getting ready to add them in. We're gonna see how this do. How y'all doing? Okay, so I got one on my spoon here. Start over at the distance. Get it going. Scoop another one up. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Scoop it on in. I know I'm holding my camera. I'm working on my right and holding my camera on the left. I'm trying to stay coordinated. So far, so good. Okay, so they're all in. I'm doing pretty good. I had to increase my heat a little bit more so to really get them going. See this, it puts you in the mind of them salmon croquettes. Yeah. Oh, don't we love them salmon croquettes? I know I do. Absolutely, I do. You know, I love to try new things, new ways, new seasonings and things like that. But I still hold on to the traditions of cooking the way Mama brought us up. Oh man, them salmon croquettes in the morning. Okay, how y'all doing? And you know, my children's father's side of the family, something I never knew until, well, many years ago, and I found out they put syrup on theirs, salmon croquettes for breakfast. I say, oh, syrup, but man, okay. I tried it and I was like, okay, I can kind of, you know, get used to it. Although this ain't the way I was raised, but yeah, depending on what part of the nation or country or world you're from, hey, food is vamped in different ways. And I had never heard of syrup on your salmon croquettes. And I, you know, I said it's going to take a little getting used to, but I can see that. I can see that. How y'all doing? Okay, so it's giving a good fry. I'm going to let it go until it browns on one side and then flip them over. Okay, so they've been going a little bit and it's getting quite bubbly. I'm going to check the first one I put in back here. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's ready. I'm going to flip all the rest of them over too. Okay, so looking good. Crispy and brown. Looking good. So I'm gonna let those, of course, finish on the other side, and there you have it. That'll be a twist from salmon croquettes. Your roast beef hash cakes. Yes, indeed. How y'all doing? You know, now there's well, there's a little nutrition in this, you know, not a whole lot. You know, with the roast beef, of course, you know, well, I added eggs. That's the added protein in there. And then the onions there, and the seasonings. I love using ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory. It has a lot of health benefits. So does the garlic. Oh my goodness. A lowering of your blood pressure there, helping and aiding in that. So, you know, when I use something which was a can of roast beef hash, was a 14-ounce can, which is not your most healthiest choice, I would say, because there's a lot of additives, there's sodium, you know, and then there's other things added in there in the processing of that food product before it goes into that can. But you know, hey, I say use what you got, you know, in these day and ages, you know, and so I just vamp it up. Hey, I put a little onion in there and the eggs and the seasonings to try to add some nutrient. Let's see. It don't take a long time. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, we on the way. Time to get these babies on out of here. How y'all doing? Okay. And on and on and on and on. I tell you what, it sure does smell good. And like I always say, wish there was a smell button. They smell good. I'm out of bell pepper. I got to get some bell peppers because trust and believe, I would have put bell peppers in this too. And green onion. How y'all doing? And I love my cilantro. Cilantro, I love that. Yeah, you know, I'm out of those items. So like I say, hey, use what you got. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is my preference here. The beautiful brown crispiness. Last but not least. Beautiful. Roast beef hash cakes. Something I just came off the cuff with. I don't know. It might be a recipe for this. I don't. I pretty much followed the salmon croquette method with this. Yeah, and you know I'm gonna taste. I've never made this before. Oh yeah, I'm being totally transparent. Never made these before. Not with roast beef hash. I did the salmon croquettes, but not the roast beef hash. Gotta definitely taste this. Okay, so I needed both my hands to cut it down the middle there with my knife and my fork, but I want to try to open it up so you can see the inner goodness there. And got to taste. Oh my goodness. I am on to something. Oh my goodness, that nice, it just has a very nice smooth inside and a nice crispy outside. This is definitely giving salmon croquette vibes. So now, as I've just discovered, and so many of you may have just discovered, if you don't have any salmon croquettes, you can use some roast beef hash. Or maybe even corned beef hash. Living, excuse me, living and cooking outside of the box. Ooh, the guy caught in my throat a little bit. Excuse me. Living and cooking outside of the box will open up a new door of discovery to show you other things you can do with your cooking, other things you can do with food. Instead of the same traditional way of doing things, hey, this is absolutely delicious. Yeah. That's good. Try it. Try it. Let me know if this is something you already knew about. Because, hey, I just discovered. I came off the cup today. I was just going to make it the traditional way. And then fry me some eggs on the side or boil me a couple of eggs. And just, you know, put it in the skillet like the traditional way and crisp it on both sides. But hey, I'm glad I tried this. This is absolutely delicious. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, which will alert you to know when the next video is uploading in soon. I thank you all so very much for your encouragement, your support. And we just got to keep each other encouraged, especially in times like this. We are definitely living in perilous times. But know that God is in control. We are overcomers. Yeah. And you know what? Live outside the box. You will discover new ways of doing things and pray and ask God to show you the way. He will always show you a more excellent way. Thank you all so very much for watching. How y'all doing?